I am back with another book review. This time it's for a book called The Gathering, written by our friend and author Gabriel Garcia. Now, I do want to say before I get started, a huge thank you to Gabriel for sending us copies of his books for me to be able to read this. And TLDR, this is a great fun read for people that really enjoy a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of history. But to get into the details, I gotta keep on talking. So, let's go. Usually when I read books that have a lot of action and adventure, I feel like there's different levels to the type of intensity these features have in the book. When I read The Gathering, I was easily brought into the fun and immersive descriptions that Gabriel created to illustrate how some epic fights take place in the novel. To give context, the story is pretty much about a bunch of travelers that are transported from their specific timelines into a magical realm where there is just so much chaos being occurred from these Greek gods that are just running amok and like killing all these villagers and going crazy because they're trying to hunt this special item called the Moonstone. What does the Moonstone do? Well, it depends on who holds it. You see, in this world, there's a ruthless, crazy overlord named Kairos that's pretty much using the Greek gods to go find the Moonstone. So when he wields it, he's able to destroy everything in this land, destroy this whole entire dimension, and then create another one that allows him to rule as much as he wants. It's pretty depressing. So pretty much like out of desperation of these travelers wanting to go back to their own timelines and like wherever they were from on Earth, and then also these villagers being like, if you don't save us, we will die. These travelers like, okay, let's bring it together and then like, let's see what we can do. Let's band together and let's fight this crazy evil that's going around the world. Of course, there are other dangers besides these Greek gods and Kairos that are just going crazy around the world trying to find this Moonstone. So for these travelers to be able to accomplish their mission, they're gonna have to go against things like the Wendigos. Yes, they are real, and they are actually insane fighters in this book. There's also Valkyries that just fly above, and they'll just attack you from on top and just like slash your head off. And then there's Wyverns, dragons that could just eat you. And yeah, like, you know, it's pretty like intense. You know, you read some of these scenes and you're like, what the heck? Like, there is just chaos all over the place. There's so much violence and so much brutality. But honestly, the way that the writing and the pacing of the story is created, it doesn't make you really feel like it's intense with the like detail that the book gives. It's kind of more flowy, as if it's like a pick your own adventure or like a choose your own adventure board game if you ever played one of those. It just feels like more of a D&D campaign where it's a lot more like, you know, you're moving, you encounter something, you deal with it, kind of see what you can do about it, keep on moving. Oh snap, you find loot, you grab that, you add it to your armory, you get really strong, and then you keep on going, and then eventually you try to just see if you can beat the final dungeon. This book really allows you to see a little bit of Gabriel Garcia's like, you know, unique writing style, making the story more realistic with that choose your adventure style that I was talking about, rather than something elaborate that like a lot of other fantasy books sometimes really heighten on. I think this was a conscious choice because instead of putting the effort mostly into the world building aspect of this fantasy book that other novels seem to do, Gabriel actually instead puts the focus on the characters that inhabit the story instead. This is where I want to share that Gabriel is a historian, having many degrees in the subject and has been a collaborator for many well-known history magazines and projects. This passion of his clearly seeps into the story that are centered from heroes that I'm sure are from some of his favorite periods in history. What this does is create a vivid narrative that focuses on the actions and descriptions of the characters, having each of the 8 characters in the story have their miniature spotlight that properly displays a realistic picture of what these people look like. An example would be Amyntas, the story's protagonist, who is a Spartan of the Greek army. If you didn't have any reference to what these warriors used to look like, Gabriel definitely offers a great amount of depth to the appearance and thinking of the protagonist that allows you to feel like you can actually see him in front of you. Now, this is just his first book, and I'm sure if you continue to read his other books, you will just see more of a great blend of history and fantasy being put together. This is definitely a fun read, and I think Gabriel is just an incredible author, and I think if this is how his debut looks like, I cannot imagine just how good his other books are as well. For those that think this is interesting, I'm going to go ahead and link Gabriel's socials at the bottom in the description so you guys can check him out. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for listening to me and, you know, giving me a chance to rant about another book that I finished, and I'll catch you guys another time. Oh, wait. And if you like this type of content, subscribe, like, check out our social media channels, download the app, and now I will see you guys later.